Last September when we did our first walk, the three of us were literally standing there. We released Great Divide online and raised money with that song. And we had the idea, let's do these walks and to find a way, how can we connect with one another? How can we get together and understand simple actions and talk about Tom's shoes? And we thought, you know what? We're going to walk outside and it's going to be three people walking down the street. And,
wow.
Yeah. And who knows? I mean, obviously we saw there were already people that were joining us, but at some level you're like, you know what? People don't have, you guys don't have to follow us. Just because you think, oh, I like that band, I want to go see their show, doesn't mean you got to show up, take your shoes off, walk a mile. Signs we've seen, people have bought shoes, people have traveled. You guys are the greatest fans in the entire world. You're incredible. And this isn't even about whether you guys are supporting what Hanson does as a band. This is really the fact that every one of us in the end are individuals. We all are thinking, well, we don't have that much stroke, or we don't really have that much power to make a difference. And for that matter, I'm really busy, and life's hard. Why should I worry about Africa? Or why should I try and be a do-gooder? But this is really, it's a completely different level. It's a different challenge. We, as a generation of people, are completely underestimated. And at some level, we have to decide we want to raise the bar. It's not about raising the bar and all of us trying to become, like I said, quit our jobs and become humanitarians. It's about all of us looking at what we do, the power that we have, the stroke that we have, the influence that we have on one another, to become this greater group of people. Looking at, we talk about taking our shoes off. You got to take your shoes off sometimes. Sometimes you just have to recognize how lucky you are. You have to recognize the power that you have to make a difference by seeing that this thing that you never think about, like a pair of shoes. It's like that this is actually something that's to change a life. So one of the things somebody was asking me before was why shoes? What's the point of walking without giving shoes to people? Can you imagine what it's like to try and go get a job when you're struggling to pay for your 3 kids, you have AIDS or HIV, you're trying to figure out, how do I get a better life? How do I make a difference for my kids? How do I try and break the cycle of poverty? And you walk in and you're wearing no shoes, and that, Africa or not, everybody is asking, well, okay, this person's shoeless, or this person can't represent themselves well. All these different basic things that the same desires are in people living in a village, on a rural part of Africa. The same desires to succeed, the same desires to be great, the same desires to care for their family, the same desire to wake up every day with pride. When we sat there after the tour last year, and we delivered the thousands of shoes that were bought by individuals, one by one. We went to these little villages in an area called Wavuma, and we were up in the mountains, sitting with kids, giving away shoes, putting them on their feet, the first pair of new shoes they'd had. And we finished, and there was so much joy. This is where it's going to get sappy.